Time now for Football Friday Night, powered by WCTV.tv.
A battle of Big Ben heavyweights as Florida High tries to stay unbeaten while Madison tries to get back in the win column. Big statement games in Wintersville for Valdosta and Lowndes. Primetime fights in Titletown with some of North Georgia's best. But first, right up the road from that in Hayhira, a small school special that's sure to be a classic, or at least so we thought. Rough and tumble Valwood hosts high-flying NFC, a clash of states and styles. Welcome into your Football Friday Night. Sports Director Ryan Kelly. You're stuck with just me this week, but I promise I'll do our best. Dom's okay, he's just at a wedding. He'll be back next week, but boy, he picked a tough one to miss out on. I'm a small school guy at heart, and when we've got two small school powers leading off our show, it just goes down oh so good. NFC and Valwood, a combined 14 state championships between the FHSAA, GISA, and their predecessors. Legendary players, legendary coaches, and fast forwarding to the present, fantastic results. There you see NFC's results. Let's show you Valwood's. A combined 8-0 so far for these two squads, outscoring opponents 282-107 with 141 apiece. But there can be only one at Goddard Field tonight. Is it good enough to springboard somebody to another state championship? Let's get to it. Valwood playing host, North Florida Christian. This is what it's all about, folks. Eagles up 14-0 early, but a miscue. Second quarter, the snap sails over the punter's head, going to cost the Eagles 2. Cost the Eagles 2, I should say. It's a safety, 14-2. J.P. Pickles, Leon Washington Jr., breaks a tackle, cuts it upfield. Defender gets faked out, cut to the inside. Reservations for 6. Looks just like his dad. 54 yards to pay dirt. Touchdown, Eagles. Very next series will take you to the Valiants. They need a big play. Kyle Beath going to drop back on third down, launch a beauty downfield, right into the breadbasket of Eli Pay. He does the rest. Runs with this one to answer the Eagles' previous touchdown. Valiants showing some fight in this one. They trail 23-8. Very next series will give you some more offense from NFC, though, because, yeah, they're just sensational. Pickles, Matthew Carrigan for 6. The Eagles run away with this one. Take a look at your final score. Goodness gracious, 51-0. NFC stays unblemished, 5-0. It was a rough and tumble Valwood team. It was a really good NFC team, but at the end of the day, the skill positions at NFC just so good. We've got a huge Football Friday Night still planned for you after this, and it includes a big game at the Concrete Palace. Lowndes hosting Grayson. Can Zach Grage and the fellas get back on track? We'll find out as your Football Friday Night continues. Welcome back to your Football Friday Night. Gosh, there's a whole lot of good stuff going on. We've got a full scoreboard to get to later, but you know what? Why don't we go ahead and start in Crawfordville? You just saw the fans rowdy and loud. See what I did there? Anyway, the War Eagles are trying to go undefeated. The Mosley Dolphins are in town for Panama City. At home, tough place to win if you're a visitor, and this is why, because Xavier Blake can catch it off a return, and he takes it all the way, or at least he almost does, as you see. A lot of War Eagles in the way. First and goal, sets them up for a touchdown, ties it up at 14 apiece. Later on, Mosley, great connection. Sammy Freitas to Cree Ross. Ross puts in the work, runs it all the way to the GHSA. Visitors up 21-14. This one was a fantastic game, and the War Eagles were just up for the challenge. Tit for tat, answer for answer. This is exactly what you want out of high school football. Up for the challenge. Mr. Cleese, Samron Brinson, you know how it is. In the end zone, this ties it up at 21 apiece, but it wasn't enough. Wakulla drops its first game of the season. Take a look at your final score, 38-28. All right, I promised you some big action in Wintersville, so let's do it. Valdosta looking to stay undefeated against McEachern. The Indians QB Calvin Pittman has his eyes set on Savion West. Post into the end zone. He's got it, 6-0. How about that? Valdosta, Wildcats in the red zone. Todd, Robinson, Jalen, Whitehead, Moss an Indian for 6. That one just missed our plays of the week. Here's Robinson again. He's going to find Ahmad Denson, runs the ball, takes it all the way down. It was 13-7 at that point. Take a look-see. Valdosta stays undefeated. Your final score in this one, Cats 24, McEachern 14. Let's go to Tallahassee now. Thomas County Central at Gene Cox Stadium taking on Godby, a winless and an undefeated squad trying to get things going, but the Central wrecking ball just too good. Sam Brown, opening drive. How about the tutter to Ricky Fulton? Quick 7-0 for the Jackets on the opening possession of the game, and they did not stop. Next Central drive. This is Brown, new Auburn Tiger commit, Adam Hopkins, War Eagle, hey, through the middle. Reservations for 6, 14-0 TCC. But give Godby credit, they fought in this game. Cougars trying their best to stay in it. 4th and short, but Christian Sims going to air it all the way out, finds his man, move the chains, get in the red zone, but the drive comes up short. Thomas County Central all over it in the capital city tonight. Your final score there, 48-13. All right, the Chiles Timberwolves, they played one of the toughest schedules that you could play in the state of Florida, but could they finally get a win tonight in the woods against the Oakleaf Knights from Clay County, the Jacksonville area? Let's do it. Let's take that hike to the woods. The Chiles students fired up, treated to a great game in this one. This one was a little bit of a bloodfest too. 20-10, Chiles looking for a snap, fumbled, snap does the job. Bryson Floyd gets the recovery. Chiles unable to turn it into points though. But Oakleaf had themselves a counterpunch. Drew Ammon with the QB keeper. That is a big, big boy. It's a big quarterback. Fools the Wolves defense. They do miss the extra point, however. It's a 4-point game. Chiles trying to do what they do best. Establish the run, bleed some clock, put it in their favor. Jalen Jones says no problem. He sets the edge, picks up a nice chunk. This one was an absolutely great game. The Timberwolves pull it off. Chiles gets its victory 27-23. That is absolutely huge. Congrats to Coach Kevin Pettis and the guys. Let's head to South Georgia. Early County's undefeated. Mitchell's still looking for a win. Bobcats starting in the second quarter. Eagles going to hand the ball off to Latravian Hines up the middle. Fumble Wondele. There's a scramble for the ball. Jaquel Crispin of the Bobcats. All right, enough of all that. Next possession, Early County going to fumble the snap, and again, the ball is loose. Up for grabs, Mitchell County's Kelvin Washington's going to come away with it. This one going back and forth. As you can tell, probably not a lot of points in this one. Less than 20 seconds in the half, however. Aston Grimes connects with a wide open Simeon Stapleton. Walks in the end zone for 6. That was the only score of the game, but it's all early needed. They stay undefeated, 6-0, 7-0 for the Bobcats. All right, let's keep rolling, shall we? It was Bleckley County, and it was Pelham. Let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? Pelham's one of the funnest places to watch a football game. You know that? And that's a whole lot of rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling for the Hornets. Or no, excuse me. Yeah, that's Bleckley. Sorry about that. Anyway, the Hornets would try to get themselves on the board here, but it was just tough sledding tonight. As a matter of fact, Hornet fans, I'll spare the rest. Take a look at the final score. Pelham toughie tonight, 63-7. All right, let's go a little bit down the road. West Thomas Stadium, imitation, flattery. How about that? Those guys really, really want the banner in syrup country. The good times translated on the field. Happy homecoming makers. Salem Seminoles can't get the punt off. That's an easy 6 right off the bat. Maury Powell with the score. The makers, they don't just make syrup. Apparently, they also make mossings. Braylon Robinson heaves it down. Tyree Kelly, Moss is a man. He scores it. 14-0 for the home team. And then, of course, the bread and butter for the makers for so long, that ground attack. Amarian Burden gets to the sideline, takes it in. All Cairo in this one. Happy homecoming, makers. Your final score, 62-0. All right, one of the greatest scenes in all of the Big Bend, the Dead Sea. Rickards hosting Uncle Luke and Miami Edison. Rick High was up 7-0. Red Raiders trying for a field goal. No, sir. Get an invitation to the block party. Rickards holds. Another 4th down attempt for this one. Richard Mack, return of the Mack, hit the sack jack. Turnover on downs, complete with a little Calais Campbell home run. For good measure there. Edison would eventually tie it at 7, but not for long. Forget play of the week. How about play of the year? Keon Brown, one man can't get him. 2 guys can't get him. Andy Could go all. Yeah, you get the idea. Touchdown, Rickards Raiders. Rick High up 14-7. This was a fantastic game, but unfortunately, the defenders of the South Side on the losing end of it in the Dead Sea, 24-21. Hey, YouTube, Ryan here. Just wanted to cut in the middle of the show after the show was recorded to let you know we made a little bit of a boo-boo. Rickards actually won this game 38-25 over Miami Edison. Back to the action with me, I guess. All right, the Florida High Seminoles, the Madison County Cowboys. This is a huge game as the Noles try to stay undefeated on the season and the boys try to end a 2-game losing streak. Noles going to set back for this one right over the middle. That one moves the chains for FSUS. But here come the Cowboys on the other end. Handoff going up the gut, rumbling as that Madison County run game tries to get it going. Nice little gain there, but as you can see, this one was chippy all night long. These are two really physical squads. We all know that from watching them throughout the years. And yeah, let's keep going, shall we? Madison County takes a snap, flush to the right, got a man. It just so happens that he's wearing garnet. This one's going the other way. Pick, is it 6? I think it's 6. Anyway, take a look at your final score in this one. The Seminoles stake 5-0, 21-6, your final score. All right, MacTharp Stadium, let's go. Colquitt County hosting the reigning 3A state champs from Cedar Grove. Doesn't get off to a good start for the Packers, however. Nico throws an interception. It's a pass to Braylon Dory here that's going to put the Saints in field goal range as well. Nice little dump down there. We saw the Saints against Bainbridge earlier this year. This is a really sound football team. They settle for that field goal. It puts them up 3-0, but the Packers find their rhythm. Charlie Pace keeps the pace, runs it in for the first score of the game. 7-3, the Packers lead. Kamal Bonner, as a matter of fact, why don't you make it 8-3? He's going to run in the 2-point conversion, and we didn't see this one coming. How about an onside kick from the Packers? They recover it. Charlie Pace is going to be the hero on the very next play. Long run, reservations maybe? No, it's going to set up a good position to score though. Landon Thomas will be your guy on the very next play. He'll get the ball, he'll run it in. I'm just getting ahead of you because I just need you to see this final score. A fantastic win again for Colquitt, 39-17. Grayson, Lowndes, that's a really good team from up north. Zach Grage's squad could take it in the Concrete Palace. Vikings up 7 early, 3rd and long. How about it? Marvis Parrish gets it on the play action, fires a dot to Kevin Thomas as he comes down with the 50-50 ball. Vikings keep their drive alive and are deep in Ram territory. But they've got all the momentum on their side. Why not go ahead and strike it in? Parrish taking his time, sets up field. Nice gain on 3rd down to keep the Viking drive alive. They are knocking on the door, looking to punch it on in. After a timeout from the Vikings, Parrish does it again. Lines up, shotgun, touchdown, Lowndes. This was an absolutely huge win for the Vikes tonight, 24-14. All right, hey, let's take a look at the scores that are going on. Somebody forgot their laptop. Come on, Jacob Murphy. 38-21, Hamilton gets a huge win. Congratulations, Coach Kirkland. Dixie County survives Jeffco in overtime. Rocky Bayou all over Franklin. Lafayette down Zarephath. Bradford, the Tornadoes in start, 21-7, the final score there. Gadsden still looking for that first win, a tough loss to Tiff. As you see the rest of the board, plus a little bit of Florida State volleyball there as well. Shut out Notre Dame, 3-0 with the sweep. That's a 45-6 clinch, by the way, in case you couldn't see it over that. Hey, we got your plays of the week and your game of the week coming up on your football Friday night. This little guy, the culprit. How about that? Sorry about that, Clinch County. All right, hey, we have one more game to get to you. We weren't sure if we were going to get it to end tonight because we were having some video issues with it, but let's go ahead and take it. Christchurch coming in from Jacksonville, taking on the St. John Paul II Panthers. They were in Southwood tonight, and yeah, by the time our cameras got there, this one was pretty ugly for the visitors because Ed Hill's squad is legit. 4-0, I'll go ahead and tell you that much. As you can see, a little bit of movement of the ball, lots of backups at this point, but you know what? Trying to get a little tricky, it doesn't really matter because JP2 was all over it. This is a squad that's got such talented playmakers, proving it again. 55-19, your final score from Southwood. All right, let's get to your plays of the week, shall we? And let's go ahead and start in syrup country, shall we? Tyree Kelly, get mossed. Come on. There's your first nominee. The Makers make light work of it in homecoming. Let's go to the Concrete Palace now, though, shall we? It was a big 50-50 ball. Nice haul in for the Vikings here on, I believe, 3rd down. Yeah. How about Grayson? Marvis Parrish gets Kevin Thomas. Big win for Lowndes. Finally, let's go to Rickards. Let's go to the one that is just this. I mean, I've shot this. I still can't believe this. Keon Brown takes the opening kickoff all the way to the his end. And then look at this burst. Look at this when he gets into open field. That young man is an athlete. Unfortunately, however, Rickards with a tough loss. You can vote on your favorite, by the way, on our Twitter poll tonight at WCTV Sports. Last week's winner, Mr. Leon Washington Jr. for NFC. Still undefeated NFC, 90 yards. This one going all the way in their shutout win at Taylor County. By the way, it was 51-10. It wasn't 51-0. I misspoke tonight about NFC's win over Valwood. I cheated Coach Henderson and the guys 10 points. All right, there is no Game of the Week poll this week. We made an executive decision before Mr. Miranda headed off. Lincoln, our number 2 in our Big Bend Super 6. Colquitt, our number 1 in our South Georgia Super 6. It is a dream matchup across state lines. Colquitt and Lincoln. Lots of talent that's going to be playing on TV on Saturdays and even Sundays at Mac Tharp Stadium. This is what high school football in the South is all about, y'all. We'll see you at Mac Tharp next Friday night. Hey, before we run, a huge shout out to all the Seminole parents that are in town for Parents Weekend. Maybe you're watching us in the hotel room before you drift off. A huge welcome to all the Rattlers who are in town, taking on Alabama A&M tomorrow. Go Noles, go Rattlers, go Blazers. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good one, y'all. Good night.